Hello, my fellow gamers, it's Much Kid here, and today we're back in another episode of Manga Showing. So yeah, I guess it's been like 5 months since we've last done one of these. So, I guess I won't keep y'all much longer. Yeah, so, if you don't know how this series works, basically I just show manga that I just happen to buy, and then show it to all of you that may not probably know about these mangas. Some of them are actually quite common. Some of them you probably have never even heard of. But without further ado, let's get started with the manga showing. So, our first volume today is volume 2 of The Way of the House Husband. And yes, here we have our main boy Tatsu. Well, let me jump this light real quick. There, now you can probably see better. So here's our Yakuza boy Tatsu, the main character. And as you can tell, it's made by Viz Media, based off a little Viz signature. Yes, but also here's Tatsu on the back, practicing some kind of martial arts, it looks like. Yes, but anyway, let's get started with the synopsis. The legendary Yakuza, the immortal dragon, has washed his hands of the gangster life for something far more dangerous. Becoming a house husband. Cleaning, laundry, grocery shopping, cooking. These days he's doing everything he can to succeed as a man of the house. If it doesn't kill him first, the cozy Yakuza comedy continues. So yes, housework without honor or humanity. Yes, and as you can tell, it's rated T for older teen. It's rated T plus for older teen. Because there is violence sometimes in here. Although it is comedic violence, there is still violence, gore, and blood. But it's in a comedic sense. Anyway, here's the art style. If you saw Tatsu doing anything Yakuza-ish, you're probably imagining things. So let me clear this off real quick so I can have a place to put the books. Alright, so now on to our next volume. We have volume 5 of the main series of Cells at Work. Yep, and here we have white blood cell, aka neutrophil. Here's a regular cell. And then here's NK cell, or I guess as I shall jokingly refer to her as Ninja Kiwi cell. I know that is not what that stands for, but you know what, just go with it. Yes, and so it is also published by Kodansha Comics, based off the KC in the triangle. I almost said square. But also here in the back, we have some helpful bacteria as well as a cancer cell. There is a killer T cell, and we also got the neutrophil, NK or Ninja Kiwi, and also I'm pretty sure it's probably a regular cell. Anyway, but yes, this is rated T for teens and up, so no kitties allowed. Yes, you're not allowed to learn about anatomy yet. Wait until you're older. Yes, that's just a joke. Yes. But anyway, so here's the synopsis. The guts to get the job done. Life's not easy for a work-a-day cell, and amid all the hustle and bustle it takes to keep the human body going, it can be hard to know who's an enemy and who's a friend. You might think all germs are bad, but it turns out some bacteria aren't just friendly, they're downright essential. Not to mention cuddly, yes. Based off the little bacterias that this guy's holding, those are all helpful. Oh yeah, and also I guess neutrophil's also holding them. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, they're very helpful. In fact, when an old nemesis returns, it might just be those friendly, cuddly bacteria that help save the day. The saga of life inside you continues. Find out now in Volume 5 of Cells at Work. Now, if you see anything not going wrong in the body, good. That's how it's supposed to be. But it's never like that in this series, I'm afraid. It is quite unfortunate. Yes, so anyway, now on to our next book. We have volume 1 of Hatsune Miku, Miku's Everyday Vocaloid Paradise. So yes, this is pretty much a chibified version, or it's like a fan-made version of Hatsune Miku, the virtual idol. Or at least that's probably the best way I can really describe Miku without going in like super detail and her being like a vocal synthesizer and stuff like that. But anyway, so this series is published by Seven Seas, based off a little ship here. Yes. And also in the back, we have chibified versions of Kagamine, Rin, and Lin. You can also say Rin, but you know what? I just say it the way that it's actually spelled, which is Rin. Yes. Okay, so yeah, I guess I don't really know what you call their chibi forms, unlike Hatsune. But anyway. So, this series is rated T for teen, so no kitties. Yes. You're not allowed to know about Vocaloid yet. That's a total joke, but some of the Vocaloid songs can be very bad. Like, for example, Pomp and Circumstance. If you're a child, do not listen to that. Wait till you're older. Yes, anyway. But yeah, so here's the synopsis. Vocaloid super idol Hatsune Miku steals the show in this all-new manga collection. The first fan creation to receive an official recognition within the Vocaloid world. Hatsune Miku is the small little and spirited spin-off character of the famous Hatsune Miku. Equally recognizable by her long pigtails and her affiliation with Spring Onion. Hatsune Miku goes on her own colorful adventures in this collection of comedic shorts. So yes, find out now. And Hatsune Miku's Everyday Vocaloid Paradise. And here's the art style. If you saw Hatsune Miku in a regular form, then you're clearly reading the wrong book. Yes, anyway. So on to our next book. We have volumes 3 and 4 of Maidsama. Yep, and here we also have our main character, the class president, known as Misaki Ayuzawa. Yes, so anyway, this one is published by Viz Media, and it's also under Shoujo Beat. So yeah, it's a love story, in a way. Yes. Anyway, but yes, and so here we have Mizaki with all of her co-workers who work in the maid cafe. And also on the back, we have her in a normal dress, and also there is her senpai, who I always seem to forget what his name is. But that is life. And what is life? What a game. Anyway, the series is rated T for teen, so if you're a child, then you know what? Don't be reading about maid cafes. Yes, once again, that is a joke. Anyway, so here's the synopsis. As if being class president of a predominantly male high school isn't hard enough, Mizaki Ayuzawa has a major secret. She works at a maid cafe after school. How is she supposed to keep her image of being an ultra smart, strong, and overachieving intact? One school heartthrob, Takumi Usui, so yeah, this guy right here, her senpai, I guess you could technically say, discovers her double life. When Cafe Maiden Latte plans a slew of theme events like Maid Rangers Day and Little Sister Day, Mizaki surprisingly struggles with playing the Little Sister. Later, more shenanigans erupt at the cafe. Mizaki is usually up to any challenge, but how will she handle things when a pretty idol called Aoi decides to capture Usui's heart? And yes, this is Aoi right here. This person. Anyway, here's the art style. Yes. Yes, if you see Awazawa acting like a little sister, you've read way too far in the manga. I'm kidding. Yes, anyway. So, next, we have Volume 1 of Black Clover. This series was actually recommended to me by a friend, and it's actually quite good. I've watched a little bit of the anime, and I still probably do need to start actually delving into the manga. But anyway, so on the front, we have our main characters. We have Asta, and then there's Yuno, which is his older brother. Yes, anyway, so this one is published by Viz Media, and originally it was published by Shonen Jump, back in Japan. Yep, and also it is rated T for teen. So if you are a child, please don't read this just yet. Yes, you're not allowed to know about anti-magic and all that other stuff. Yes. Anyway, so let us get started with the synopsis. So, Black Clover, the boy's vow. Asta's a young boy who dreams of becoming the greatest mage in the kingdom. I'm not a magician, I'm a mage. Only one problem. He can't use any magic. Luckily for Asta, he receives the incredibly rare 5-leaf Clover Grimoire that gives him the power of anti-magic. Can someone who can't use magic really become the Wizard King? Only one thing's for sure, Asta will never give up. Yes, he's like Rick Astley if he was a mage. Yes. Yes, anyway, here's the art style. If you saw anything bad, then guess what? You're not going to agree anymore. You just lost your magic privileges. Anyway, on to our final book. Sam, thanks for coming in. Time for your interview. Yes, time for your final interview. Anyway, so here we... Oh my god, that just fucking scared me. Holy shit. Sorry, I don't mean to swear. A bookmark fell out of there. Ugh. Anyway. Alright, so... Here we have volumes 1 and 2 of Jojojo, written by Koukyu Senja, the same person who wrote Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. Yes, anyway, let's see here. So, this story is published by 7 Seas, judging by the little pirate ship. Yep, and also on the front, we have our 2 main characters. We have Haru, who's a rich girl, and then there is Suzuzeru, who is just an aloof hipster, but somehow they become friends. Anyway, here is the art style. Wait, fuck, I'm getting my thing out of order. Anyway, so it's rated T for teens. If you're a child, no, just stop. You can't. Yes. Anyway, so here's the synopsis. Bizarre besties. Yo, is this JoJo now? I'm kidding. There's rich girls, and then there's Haru, an ultra-rich heiress with more money than you can spend in your lifetime. She may be loaded, but she has to go to high school like everyone else. And when you see everyone there as mere commoners, it might be just a little difficult to make friends. There's only one person who really hits it off with her, Suzure, an aloof hipster with a super weird fashion sense. It's an unlikely friendship between oddballs in this heartwarming comedy about a couple of misfits, their high school class, and one long-suffering butler. Yes, we see he is simply one hell of a butler, but he is not Sebastian. Anyway, here is the art style. Yes, if you saw these 2 become friends, then you're probably right. Anyway, so my fellow gamers, hit the like button below if you enjoyed this here video, and why not subscribe to me alongside my channel's grows into greatness. And as I always say, sing inside, my friends. Smudge Skater, and until next time.